Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm Nico, and if you haven't been to my channel before, then I make videos about life in China and my experiences here. It's just been my 4-year Chinaversary, which means it's time for me to sign a contract, get my visa sorted, and renew my house lease. And it also gives me a time to reflect on what it's like living here in China. So this video is going to be about my 12 things that I love about living in China. If you've lived here, are living, or you've visited China, then leave me a comment below letting me know your favourite things about the country. Also, whilst you're down there, hit that subscribe and like button. Anyway, let's get started. One of the things that I just love about living in China is that I never get bored. Literally every day is like a new adventure. I know it sounds cliched, but even just driving to work on my scooter or going to the supermarket is exciting because there's always something interesting to see. Where I live in Beijing, there are a lot of unique and eccentric characters, which means there's always something weird and wonderful to experience. Speaking of adventure, the everyday things are great, but traveling China is truly amazing. It is one of the best countries I've been to because it's so big and diverse. You could spend years here and not even scratch the surface. You have desert, mountains, beaches, jungles, you name it, China has got it. I love how each city in China is very different, and there's a real mix of modern and ancient architecture. The areas themselves also reflect this. With the modern areas, you can really feel the hustle and bustle of the city. But if this gets a little bit too much, you can escape to the more historic sites to feel the calm and serenity. It's not just the architecture that shows China's diversity, it has such a rich culture that I'm constantly learning more about. Each area has its own story, and I find it fascinating to research and learn about it before going to a new place. From tea to technology, cuisine to kung fu, each thing is special and unique in its own way. The people in China are so proud to share their heritage and culture. North, south, east to west, the people that we've encountered have been so welcoming and friendly. Even if we can't fully understand each other, there are still ways to communicate. People are always asking us questions, having a look at our videos and drone, saying hello to us and trying to practice their English, or asking to take a photograph with us. I did used to find this a bit strange at first, and I know a lot of foreigners that hate this. But I think it's quite sweet and I'm happy to oblige. Sure, the landscapes are great for Instagram photos, but it's the people that we've met on each trip that will remain in my memories forever. I think the reason people are so friendly here is because there's quite a big hosting culture. People will go out of their way to help you, whether that's a friend from work or someone on a trip. They will always try and find a solution. Life in China can be quite hard as a foreigner. It's not always that convenient, but as a Chinese person, it's super convenient, so they are always happy to help you. Food is such a big part of life here in China, and that is something I can get on board with. You may have noticed that a lot of our videos feature food quite heavily, and that is because there's so many dishes to try. Every province has different ingredients and flavors and new dishes. It's also great if you go out in a big group because that means you can order more so you can try more. Also, if you go out with Chinese people, then they're more than likely going to order the food, which means you don't have to think about whether you're going to make the right choice or not. Also, Chinese food is pretty reasonably priced, so you can have quite a cheap meal or something more extravagant depending on your budget. If you don't want to go out though, ordering food is so easy here. When I lived in the UK, getting a takeaway was kind of a treat for us, but here in China it's so easy and convenient. It arrives really quickly and the delivery fee is pretty small. Delivery drivers will literally go anywhere to pick up what you need, whether that's food, groceries, or even your medicine. There are so many good apps in China that make life just that little bit more convenient. I haven't used cash since like the first month that I moved here. Your phone is probably the most important thing because you can do almost anything with it. Obviously, it does help if you can speak or read Chinese, but you can get by even if you can't. Before we moved here, we'd done a lot of traveling, and I can honestly say that China is one of the safest countries that I've been to. You can walk around at nighttime here, and it doesn't really give off this scary vibe that some places do. I live in the hutongs, which are small alleyways, and even as a woman, I can walk around on my own at nighttime, and I feel safe. Maybe that's because there's always people around, so it never feels eerily quiet. But it's not just being able to walk around on your own at nighttime, there isn't much theft either. People often have their phone out or in their back pocket, and generally it doesn't get stolen. I say generally because mine has been stolen, but we're not going to talk about that. People also leave their laptop out at cafes or their bag at the train station and go to the bathroom and come back and it's not been stolen, which is quite remarkable in a country of 1.4 billion people. Living in China doesn't mean I only learn more about China, I learn more about the world as well. I've met people from all different walks of life here, which I may not have met if I hadn't moved here. New experiences and cultures, and also learning a lot more about my own as well. Sometimes we can get trapped in our own bubble where we are in the world, and not really taking the time to expand what we know. Living abroad has certainly opened my eyes to a lot of different things. Okay, so I think I've been rambling on for a while now, and you get the picture. There are a lot of things that I love about living here in China. But before I go, let me share with you one final one. Is this my favorite? Maybe. Or maybe I'll love them all just the same. I'm sure you know by now that I've got a soft spot for the parks here. They are my happy place. You cannot go to a park in China and not feel happy, as you're surrounded by so many wonderful things. I'm not going to share with you all the reasons that I love the parks because I made a video all about them that you can check out here. Anyway, on that note, I hope you liked this video and make sure to check back soon because maybe I'll make a video about the things that I don't like about living in China because, let's be honest, no place is perfect. Anyway, like I said before, like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you next time.